Good morning, children. Today we are discussing the wonderful world of chess. Already we have discussed the introduction, and today we are discussing history and the rules of the game. See that this wonderful game of chess is Gift of India to the world. What is the name of the game? Chess. Who has gifted this game to the world means India. Who has gifted it? India has gifted this game to world. Hindus believe that it was invented by Queen Mandodari. Already we have discussed. According to Hindus, who was invented it? Queen Mandodari. Queen Mandodari. Who is she, Mandodari? She is the wife of Ravana, king of Lanka. However, historian H.J.R. Murray holds that who is he? H.J.R. Murray. Who is he? He is a historian. Historian. So, according to him, who invented this game? So, it was invented by a scholar from Northwest India. According to him, it was invented by a scholar from Northwest India. According to Hindus, it was invented by Queen Mandodari, the wife of Ravana and the Queen of Lanka. So, it was invented around 5th century. 5th century. We are in 21st century and it was invented 5th century, means around 16 centuries over before. In advance we have invented. In those days it was called Chaturanga. What it is? Chaturanga. Already I told you, Chaturanga means 4 divisions of military. Legend has it that this inventor was ordered by the ruler to ask for a reward for his invention. So according to history or according to the Puranas, the ruler of the Northwest India asked this inventor, means a scholar, who according to H.J.R. Murray, who invented it, a scholar, and the ruler of this Northwest India, ruler asked him for a reward. What reward do you want? You can ask. As he is a ruler or the king of that kingdom, he asked the inventor, or he has given, or he proposed him to ask a reward. See that. He requested the king to give him 1 grain of rice for the first square. But this man, the scholar, asked 1 grain of rice. 1 grain of rice, he asked that. Like as he did not ask gold or money or kingdom or any queen or like that. Instead of that, the scholar asked him 1 grain of rice for first square. We have 64 squares in it. He asked for first square 1 grain of rice for first square, and for next square 2 grains, doubling the number. Third square 2 into 2, 4. Like this. Here see that he requested the king to give him 1 grain of rice for the first square, 2 for the second one, 4 for the third one, and so on, doubling the number of grains continuously up to the 64th square. So here 8 horizontal and vertical 8 boxes or squares are there. Total 8 into 8, 64 squares or boxes are there in this game. chessboard. So for each square doubling the number, you have to give me grain of rice. It is enough for me. We need not go, you did not demand or ask any gold or money or some other land or kingdom. Instead of that, this scholar has asked him the reward that 1 grain of rice for 1 square and 2 grains of rice for second square and 4 grains of rice for third square and doubling the number means fourth square means 4 into 4 16 grains. Next fifth square means 16 into 4. Like this, doubling the number is asked that. Everybody thought that he was a fool. The people who was in the king's court, they thought that he was a fool. The scholar was a fool, they thought that. But when the royal accountants announced the quantity of rice that should be given to the inventor, everyone was shocked. When the royal accountants of the king, royal accountants, calculated that up to 64th square by doubling each square, they calculated the grain of rice and that time they announced the quantity of rice that should be given to the inventor. Everyone awestruck, means shocked or surprised. They dumbstruck, unable to speak. Why? What is that? The figure was gigantic, means very big in size, like a giant robe. The figure they mentioned here. See that? No one had ever heard of such an enormous number. What number they had here? See that? 18, 406. 7 7 4 0 7 3 7 0 7 0 9 5 5 1 6 1 5. This is the gigantic number, like a giant rope. This number is there. See that? By heard such a number from the royal accountants, everyone in the king's court, those people were awestruck, shocked. The figure was gigantic. No one had ever heard of such an enormous number. It was 18 4 4 6 7 7 7 4 0 7 3 7 0 9 5 5 1 6 1 5. This is the number. It in trillions or millions, billions, trillions, that number it was. The accountants told the king that it could not be paid even with all the rice available on the earth. Then the royal accountants in the king's court, they announced that the entire rice available on earth, if we pay also, still we need to pay to such a accountant, such a inventor. It is not enough to pay for him. That much big number, that gigantic number, very large in size. No one had ever heard of such an enormous number. It was 18 446 774 073 709 551 615. No one had ever. The accountants told the king that it could not be paid even with all the rice available on earth. We could not pay. Still we have to indebted to such a person. What a number it is. If you want an idea of how big this number is, imagine you have this much money. If you imagine you have this much money, the number which they mentioned, that much number or that much money if you had imagined, then if you spend 1 crore rupees every second of your life, for every second in your life, if you spend 1 crore rupee, how much? 1 CR we can say, mean 1 crore rupees. If you spend for 1 crore rupees per second not minute, per second in your life, it takes approximately 60,000 years for you to spend all the money. How many years it will take? Is telling 60,000 years it will take to spend all the money. What is the lifespan of human being? Mostly 100 years. 100 years. But how many years can we spend that money? 60,000 years. Means generation to next generation, like this, around 600 generations can spend that money. That is the gigantic number. So then, see that the rules of the game here. The rules of the game. Just like any other game, chess is also governed by rules. So how we have rules in other games like kabaddi or kho or cricket, still shuttle, ball badminton. So like this we have so many games, and how we have rules for that game. Like this, for this game also we have rules here. Is it clear? Just like any other game, chess is also governed by rules. Means run by rules. The pieces are the chessmen, like the rook, the knight, the bishop, etc. move on the board in quite restricted way. So the rook that we have named elephant, rook. What it is? Elephant. And the next one is the knight. That we can say horse. Next one is the bishop. Bishop. This we can say camel. See that? It's a move on the board in quite restricted way. In a particular way they must go that. So this the rook elephant can go straight or horizontal like this. It can go back or forward, or it come back like this. It can go this side like this. And when it comes to the knight horse, it always can go from, it will go in a particular way like this. L shape we can say that, like this, either this way or this way or this way, like this. If you want, if it is there, is it clear? Like this. So L shape it can move restricted way. When it comes to the bishop, camel can go. If it is in blacks or whites, it can go only whites. Or if it is in blacks, it can move only black squares. Like this. So the movement of each piece is important, because if a piece can move to a square, it can capture the piece. It can capture the piece in that square, whoever it may be. The movement of each piece is important, because if a piece can move to a square, if any square, it can move to any square, it can capture the piece in that square. So if here another opponent pawn is there, we can capture it. Or here opponent pawn is there, we can capture it when our movement come to this spot or place. So that's what every movement of each piece is very very important, and we have to mind it while playing the game. The king, who is that? The king Razu. King means who is that? Razu. You can say that. And the queen, Mantri. Queen. Queen only has another name, Mantri, minister. Can move in any direction. So these two can move any direction. No restrictions for this Mantri or the queen. The king also can move in any direction at any square. No, only one square it can move that. The king can move for only one square. Either forward or backward or besides, both the sides. Can move only one square for each step. But when it comes to queen or the mantri or minister, it can move in any direction at any square. In such a square, if it is emptied squares are there, it can move for any direction at any square. It has such a freedom. Nevertheless, the king cannot go beyond one square. Already I told you, king cannot go beyond one square. Whereas the queen has no such restrictions. Queen has no restrictions. It can move at any square, any direction. The bishop, Seketu, already we have discussed this. And the rook, elephant, can move to any square provided it is on their path. Any square. The bishop goes diagonally. Already I told you. Bishop goes diagonally like this. Whereas the rook goes straight. Rook already said. Elephant can go to straight. Any square. The knight, Gurram and the pawn, Bantu are very special in their own ways. But when it comes to the knight horse and one more is Bantu, soldier or soldier has special ways or special characters. These are very special in their own ways. Why it is special means horse can go in L shape, and when it comes to Bantu or soldier, it will go only straight. That only it can move only one step forward, and it cannot come back. It don't have any chance to come back. It always must go forward. And one more special way it has that. One more special way it has that whenever it want to kill its opponent, it must go diagonally. Then only it has the chance to kill the opponent. So if it was there diagonally square, even it can kill the mantri or even it can kill the king also. But when it is face to face or straight, it cannot kill anyone. That has the special way, this Bantu and knight Gurram. That we can say horse. Is it clear? Continuation we will have later. Thank you. What do you want?